Today, we're diving into a full Iuno pre-build guide. She's one of the most unique arrow characters in Wuthering Waves, with a dual-state lunar cycle system that mixes healing, shielding, and powerful arrow DPS. If you're planning to pull for Iuno, here's everything you need to know before building her. Iuno's kit is all about her lunar cycle mechanic, which has two states, half moon and new moon. In half moon, she fights with her moon ring, restoring her Forte gauge on hit. In new moon, she switches to the moon bow, consuming her Forte gauge to boost damage, generate concerto energy, and even provide healing for the team. Her gameplay loop is switching between these two states with heavy attacks, building and spending Forte gauge effectively. When her concerto energy is full, she unleashes heavy attack, absolute fullness, ending the cycle, healing allies, dealing big arrow damage, and creating a full moon domain that heals and restores stamina for your whole team. This makes Iuno a mix of DPS and utility support super flexible. For building Iuno, here's what you want to focus on. Main stats: priority crit rate / crit damage, attack percent, and resonance liberation damage. Substats: crit, attack percent, and energy regen for faster cycles. She also benefits from healing and shield uptime, but her best scaling is tied to resonance liberation damage and attack percent. So overall, you want to maximize her liberation and arrow damage while still letting her shields and heals do their job naturally. Her signature weapon, Moongazer's Sigil, is her best in slot. It gives high crit rate, attack percent, and buffs her resonance liberation while also letting her shields ignore enemy defense. Perfect synergy. For free-to-play players, look for weapons with crit rate, attack percent, or resonance liberation damage boosts, such as Abyss Surges or Verity's Handle. Iuno works really well as a flex slot. She can be a sub-DPS, healer, or hybrid depending on your needs. Some of her best teammates are Augusta. She buffs heavy attack and has electro synergy. Qiuyuan. She buffs heavy attack and big AoE healing plus arrow synergy. Zani. Buffs heavy, does consistent off-field support and damage. These teams let Iuno rotate between utility and DPS while keeping your main carries safe. Iuno's resonance chain has some of the strongest scaling in Wuthering Waves, but let's break it down. RC1, Wax or Wane, all gild the bow. When Iuno is in lunar cycle, she gains 40% attack and extra energy regen inside full moon domain. Plus, Arc Beyond the Edge and Absolute Fullness get anti-interruption. This makes her smoother to play and amps up her consistency. RC2, Day or Night, let this be eternal. If your team builds 10 stacks of One Light, they get 40% all damage amp. Huge team-wide DPS boost makes Iuno a core buffer. RC3, I Drink Deep of Their Forgetting. Moonbow Basics, Arc Beyond the Edge, and Dodge Counter get plus 65% damage amp. This is her first major power spike, pushing her personal damage really high. RC4, Rainy Season Dwell in My Eyes. Casting Absolute Fullness gives your entire team a huge shield equal to 160% of her attack for 30 seconds. Excellent survivability, especially in harder content. RC5, 1000 Feudal Glimpses. Flat plus 20% resonance liberation damage bonus. Straight damage steroid, but smaller compared to RC3/RC6. RC6, I Am the Constant in the Chaos. Absolute Fullness multiplier skyrockets by 1600%, instantly retriggers New Moon, fully restores sentience, and resets Arc Beyond the Edge cooldowns. This is the god tier nuke and makes Iuno absolutely insane. So what's her best stopping point? RC1, quality of life boost, nice to have. RC2, turns her into a major team buffer, amazing for whales or supports. RC3, first real power spike, massive personal DPS. RC6, peak Iuno, completely busted damage loop. If you're not a whale, RC0 Iuno is already strong and flexible, but her power curve really starts at RC3. And that's everything you need to know about Iuno before her release in version 2.6. Whether you're planning to run her as your main DPS or saving for her resonance chains, she's shaping up to be one of the strongest characters yet. Are you pulling for Iuno or waiting for Qiuyuan? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Wuthering Waves content here on Weather Watch. Catch you next time.